How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the weekly warehouse update. We got a pretty exciting one in my opinion. On walkthrough, we have some new Innova discs, some Halo plastic, all kinds of fun stuff. But we're gonna start with the newest Innova mold in our hands at least, which is the Rollo. We just took this thing out to a field, tested it. Very, very fun disc to throw. It does exactly what it sounds like it's supposed to do, which is roll. We literally couldn't get it not to roll. I think there's some shots where you can like fan grip it, finesse it, and there'll be a hyzer flip. If you've never been able to hyzer flip a disc, you're throwing like 120, 150, maybe close to 200 feet. This could be your hyzer flip disc of your dreams. This could be the one you're waiting for. If you're pushing 250 to 300, this disc is gonna be the disc that can teach you how to throw rollers. And if you're throwing over 300, then this is gonna be a really fun disc for like low ceiling tight rollers, any angle you want rollers. What we found too is like I could rip it on anhyzer and it would get to the same angle as if I ripped it on hyzer. It would get all the way to this angle here and then roll. And they were going really far. You could get some really impressive rollers with this thing. A 5-speed, super comfortable in the hand, very unique disc from Innova here. They have the Proto Star stamp and then the stock Star stamp. So very, very fun disc they just came out with, kind of like a trick shot disc. Not too many like practical uses for it, but a very, very fun disc to take to a field, mess around with, show your friends. Really, really cool disc. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy those. We also got some DX Aliens. So the Alien's a really fun disc. It's the one that has the fastback top, mid-range bottom, 4-speed. This was unironically in my bag for a while after it came out, probably like a few weeks, which for me is a very long time in my bag, and I really enjoyed it. It's nice over stability, but has the glide of like a Frisbee. It was very fun to throw. And the DX plastic, you'll probably be able to beat it in to fly like a Frisbee, but you'll be able to throw it as far as like a mid-range. So very unique disc, very fun disc. It was super popular last time we got it in. We also got some Halo stuff. So first off down here, the 40th anniversary Arrow. I believe this was basically the first disc golf disc, if my history is correct. And they have that retro stamp there. Really, really fun disc. Very Frisbee-esque, but with the beveled edge. This is kind of what discs are based on. This is what started it all. So really cool commemorative disc, very good collector item. We also have some Halo Roadrunners, just really fun. You know, people think the Roadrunner, I think what people think the Roadrunner is what the Rollo actually is, which is like, oh, I just buy that disc and I can throw rollers. These things can have some sneaky stability. These things, like I could literally throw, I was throwing them when we were doing that 100K distance thing. When I got to the end, if you haven't watched the video, I got to the end, I had to average like 400 feet for the last 10 throws. One of the discs I chose was the Roadrunner because I was able to just rip it on hyzer and it would flip up and give me a full flight, and it went like 430, 440, which is ludicrous, but that's what the Roadrunner does. People just sleep on it. So if you're looking for a really good hyzer flip, just like 9-speed, you're really comfortable with those, check out the Roadrunner. We also have Toros back in stock, Champ and Star ones, really good, just overstable approach disc. And then we have the table of Halo over here, some Halo Beasts. Really good feeling 10-speed if you're looking to step up into distance drivers. With the Boss, the Halo Boss, this thing's no joke. Really overstable. Halo Valks are new to us. Jason's a big Valkyrie thrower and he's very excited about these, as he should be. Another great 9-speed hyzer flip disc. We got some Halo Rock 3s. I mean, this disc is like the disc of my dreams. I've been throwing the MD3 for a long time, but these are board flat. They kind of make me want to put a Rock 3 back in my bag, especially like, look at some of these colors. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. What was this one? Lemon lime action, some pink. Innova's really figuring this stuff out. Next down the line, the Halo Mamba, really fun 11-speed, understable. And then last but not least, not Halo yet. Robbie C's working his butt off trying to get some Halo pigs for you all, but maybe one day. But the R Pro pig back in stock. This is actually really tacky, but not as, is a lot stiffer than a lot of other R Pro. So if R Pro has been too much give for you, check out this run that just came in. It'll have all the tackiness you want out of the baseline R Pro pig, but not as much as the give. So really good feeling run of pigs here. I always loved the pig. I've never really thrown it too much, but when I have, I've always been impressed. Really overstable, not a lot of glide. And just a general Innova restock will also be happening over the next week. Some will be up by, when you're watching this, some will be going up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you're an Innova fan and you're looking for something, keep checking that recently restocked section.
All right, over here at the drop shelf, and we've got a nice Mint discs restock. So if you're not familiar with Mint, they are a company that has their plastic manufactured by MVP, but it's not over mold, and they have some really great molds. I'm going to show off a few to you here. First off, we have the Bobcat. The Bobcat is an overstable approach disc. I would think about this in kind of the zone category, but these ones are a little bit faster, maybe a little bit less overstable than the zone, but a really, really nice approach disc, and something you should definitely give a try. I think Connor bagged one of these for quite a while, and they're very nice. Some other cool molds, we've got the Jackalope. We have some really nice, I always love when you get these like opaque plastics with like the swirl parts in the rim. I think that looks very cool. The Jackalope is a really nice hyzer flip driver. If you're somebody who doesn't have a ton of arm speed, is looking to get more distance, this would be a good place to start because it's not a crazy fast disc. It's probably like a 9 speed, but it has a nice bit of flip to it. You can get some really nice distance out of this. If you have a lot of arm speed, you can get really cool hyzer flips or even rollers out of this disc. Really nice fairway. Another mold that I really like here is the Bullet. This is the premium plastic version here, the Apex plastic from Mason Ford. And I was just having to explain this to Hunter and Silas because I guess when they saw this stamp, they didn't see it right away. But basically his logo here is a chain link and then there's like a bullet hole through it. And I think that's very cool. I don't know, I saw it right away. Let me know if in the comments if you noticed that, if you've seen this stamp before, but I thought it was really cool. The Bullet is a really cool low profile putter. Mason Ford is great with these, and we have them in the premium plastic. I haven't even gotten to try one of these yet, but I'm going to. They look and feel very great. And then last but not least here, we have the Diamondback. We've got a really cool stamp here on the Diamondback. We have them in just the traditional one here. This is a really nice white with Wonder Bread. I think we have a couple of these. I want to snag one of those. These are very nice. Diamondback is a little bit faster driver, probably around 11 speed. Gets a little bit of flip up, but it's not like overly flippy. It still can get a nice straight flight for you. We also have this new stamp that I just saw here with kind of the snake in the background, like this warrior with a sword. Pretty cool. So check out Mint Discs if you haven't. We got a nice restock right now. We always try to keep a decent bit of mint in stock, and they're making some really cool molds.
All right, we also over here have a pretty exciting MVP restock. First off, what's most exciting I feel like is we have more watts back in stock. This has been called the max weight glitch, which I think a lot of people are looking for. These are like 170-ish range. I think they go up to like 173, 174, but they fly very similar to a glitch. So dead straight. They're not the like neutron soft, so it's not going to be the hybrid catch-esque, but if you like the flight of a glitch, but you wish it was max weight in an actual putter, that's what the Watt is. So really, really cool disc. I think a lot of people have been looking for this disc. When we first got them in stock, they flew off the shelf, much like the glitch. They're back in stock. We also got the Pilot back in stock. This is part of their streamlined line. Somewhat overstable, pretty straight, really good throwing putter. Has a unique like glidey fade is what I would call it. It was in my bag for a while. I've always really enjoyed it. I would always get it in this plastic, the Cosmic Electron, and beat it up to be a hyzer flip to dead straight disc. Super comfortable mold, really good putting putter, all around just a great putter. But the Pilot back in stock as well as the Watt, and we still have a decent bit of our MVP in stock from our last restock. So there's a solid chance that if you're looking for a mold or want to pick up another one of the molds you picked up previously, it might still be on our shelf.
Going to highlight some Disccraft here for all you people looking to throw hyzer flips. I got quite a few options for you here. We're going to start with the slowest and the flippiest and move our way up a little bit, starting with the ESP Sting. If you follow Robbie C's channel at all, you know that he is absolutely in love with this disc, and for good reason. This is a very underrated mold. Not a lot of people know about the ESP Sting or the Sting at all from Disccraft. This is a 7-speed driver, very forgiving. Right out of the box, you can get hyzer flips out of this thing, and just not a lot of people throw this disc. It's great for if you're looking for something a little further than a mid-range, but not quite as far as your other drivers, and it's very controllable. This is a great, great option. Definitely should check out the Sting if you have not yet. Getting a little bit faster, we have the Undertaker. The Undertaker has been a popular mold for a while now, but I don't hear as much about it as I used to, and this is a great mold. So we have it in Z, ESP, and Big Z. It's always nice to have a mold that's carried in multiple plastics. That way you can try and see what you like. And also, I've found with the Undertaker in particular that you can get different flights out of different plastic. I found that the ESP ones tend to be more stable, whereas the Big Z and Z versions of this disc a lot of times have more flip for me. And that's just kind of completely random, but that's just in my experience. The Undertaker is great in the 9-speed slot, getting something to flip if you have a higher arm speed. If you have a slower arm speed, this might be just a good straight driver with a fade at the end. But some of the best Disccraft pros out there are throwing this to hit their tunnel shots, their controlled shots through the woods. It's just a great, great disc. And then last but not least, getting to our fastest but still understable disc, we have the Hades here. Another kind of forgotten mold, I feel like I don't hear as much about anymore, but used to be very popular. The ESP Hades we have here, this disc is a 12-speed, but has plenty of understability. If you're throwing 350 plus, you're gonna get really nice hyzer flips or turnovers out of this disc. If you are a slower arm speed and you're looking to upgrade to a 12-speed and give that a try for the first time, this is a good option. This is something that's pretty forgiving. You should be able to give it some anhyzer, maybe get nice S flights out of it, get good flex shots with it, or maybe even throw forehands with it as well. So make sure to check out all of these discs if you're looking to get hyzer flips and plenty of distance.
All right, back on the drop shelf, we have some more. We have this from Lone Star, the Tumbleweed. This is basically a 10-speed version of the Rollo from earlier. I tested this. I think we did a review of it on our review channel, and it was very similar to where every way I threw it, it just wanted to get to a good roller angle, which is a very unique disc. Being a 10-speed, it'll go a little bit farther as well, a lot bit farther than the Rollo. So very fun disc, very cool trick shot disc, really good just like hyzer flip over to a roller, low ceiling roller, really good just roller disc. And also beginners, if you're looking for that first distance driver, this could be a good option as well. Moving over and moving way up in stability, we have the Rally. Originally, this was pitched to be like a -1-1. I'm giving it more like a 0-2. It is like an overstable T-bird. We were throwing it, and you can rip these things on anhyzer, and they'll flex back. I don't know if it was, we had one of the like pre-launch edition ones, so I don't know if the launch edition's the same. It feels the same. I think it's the dome on it that gives it that overstability, but comfortable disc, nice overstable finish. You can check out the Rally if you're interested in that. And then moving down the line here, we also have a restock. We might have talked about this restock last week, but the Dune, this nice yellow color, this is one of the more popular colors when we first got it in. And we have a few of the yellow ones still chilling here. I think it's called like Sunbeam, no, Sunshine Yellow. And then up here we have, that's the MD3. This is the DD, brand new disc from Discmania. Really good addition to their lineup. It's like a 11-speed Thrasher, maybe is what you could call it. Maybe the Thrasher is technically an 11-speed. I don't know. It feels a little bit more comfortable in the hand. But it's a really good hyzer flip disc. I was able to lay into this thing and get a nice hyzer flip to full flight. It was a really fun disc to throw. I think there's a lot of people out there that this is the disc that you can just get easy distance with. You don't have to lay into it and crush it to get it to go to that 350, 375 mark. You can just smooth it out there, get nice turns out of it. You can hit some nice wooded lines, some hyzer flip forehands. This disc is going to solve a lot of people's problems on the course if they're willing to swallow their ego and throw it. So the DD, really, really great distance driver for those of you looking to step up your distance, take it to the next level, be able to power down and still hit that 375, 400 foot mark. Check out the DD, you're really sleeping on it.
All right, gonna finish off here with some accessories. We have a restock of Sport Sacks, mentioned this last week, but if you didn't see it, we've got some of the awesome foundation kind of gradient colors here. And then we also have a Get Freaky one and a Dark Horse themed one here. These are perfect for getting the sweat off your hands during a round. They don't make a huge mess. That's kind of what's nice about the Sport Sacks. Some of these things like just spew off chalk and everything. These ones will still get your hands dry, but they're not gonna just like leave residue all over your entire bag wherever you keep it. So Sport Sacks are very nice and convenient. Another thing we have on the site now is a big restock of disc dots. If you've never checked out a disc dot before, these basically clip onto a chain on the basket and it gives you an aim point, something to focus on when you're practice putting. These are now fully recycled. These are made from recycled discs, which is very cool. We also have them in multiple colors here. There's a yellow, a blue, also got this cool orange, and there's a few red ones left as well. So make sure to check out the disc dots. Some other accessories, we still have some of our very popular dry fit hats in stock here. These are great, lightweight, very non-structured hats that are just perfect for disc golf. We still have a few different colors of these, so make sure to check those out. And then, as always, want to shout out Ripped Revenge. If you've never played Ripped Revenge, you should give it a try. This is a card game that you play out on the disc golf course with your buddies. Adds a lot of fun twists to the game, makes it more than just a normal round of disc golf. And right now we offer a bundle. This comes with a deck holder for your cards. It comes with 2 different decks, both versions of the game, and then expansion packs as well, so you can build your own deck. So make sure to check that out. That's a perfect gift. We also have patches. I've seen some people mention the Bogey Bros patch that I have often. We've got them as well, the +1 patch, and then we've got some foundation patches as well for your bag. So make sure to always check out our accessories tab. We are always updating it, and it is always has some fun stuff in there. So other than that, that's going to do it for this week's weekly warehouse preview. Make sure to check out foundationdisc.com for all the things that we mentioned today, dropping today, and we will see you next week.